Hey friends, it's Neil here from Post to Post. Boom, we got hit with some massive news last week. Fanatics is taken over from Adidas. They will be the primary jersey manufacturer for on-ice, retail, or authentic retail, and replica jerseys, I assume, moving forward, which they already currently have a contract for, just the replica jerseys. Massive news. So I had to have this conversation, and I didn't want to have it alone. And luckily, the news broke when I was out in Calgary. So Cale and I had the conversation at his place. We filmed it. So that's actually the video that you're going to see here coming up just after I'm done rambling this intro part. But I appreciate you clicking on this video. This is a big one. This is a big conversation. This is big news in the NHL. So I'd appreciate at the end of the video, if you've got a couple minutes, leave your opinions down below. I would love to know how you feel about Fanatics taking over from Adidas. You're going to get it all here in a couple of minutes. We say positive things about Fanatics, negative things, positive about Adidas, negative things about Adidas. So we kind of lay it all out on the line. You get it all with our conversation. Hope you enjoy it. Here you go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. My name is Neil. This is Cale, and I'm on the other side of the country here in Calgary, Alberta. And I've been here for about 2 weeks.
Yep.
Today's my last day, and ironically, jersey collector, but ironically, the news broke while we were together here that Fanatics is the new carrier or new producer of NHL jerseys starting after next season. So in 2024-25, I believe is the first season.
I think so.
And, normally when that news would break, I would make that video pretty quickly and talk about that on the channel. And Cale likely would as well on his channel. And speaking of which, if you like jerseys and you like collecting jerseys, well, you should probably subscribe to him because as you can see behind me, there are all kinds. Over 200? What's the total?
I think we're officially over 300 with some of the finds that we found.
Over 300 jerseys. So you got to go over to his channel and hit the subscribe button. I will tag him in the title and down below. But we're here to talk about Fanatics in general, the prediction of what Fanatics could, maybe be moving forward, and some of the controversy, some of the opinions. But of course, we'll try and go about this as objective and as fair as we can. We obviously have opinions and stuff when it comes to not only Adidas jerseys, but Fanatics jerseys, on-ice jerseys. We'll talk about all that stuff. It's going to be a long video. Get your snacks, get your drinks. Let's get into it.
All right.
So, Fanatics will be taking over from Adidas to produce the retail version of the jerseys and also the on-ice version of the jerseys that the NHL players actually wear. They currently produce the, I guess they call them breakaway replica jerseys, and you can see one right here and right here. Over there is an Adidas version of that jersey, and over here is the Adidas version of this jersey. So a little bit of comparison behind us. I've taken some photos and some video from a local Pro Hockey Life here, and I'll put that up on the screen as we go through. But let's just start from the actual basics. The cheapest officially licensed jersey that you can buy is this guy, a Fanatics jersey. Those retail non-stitched or just a blank jersey for 149 Canadian. I don't know what that is in American, but I'll put it up on the screen, the conversion. The cheapest version of the Adidas jersey that you can buy, which is right here, blank, would be $199 in Canada. And then, prices increase as you get things stitched and whatnot. So just keep in mind those prices as we go through and talk about some of this stuff. And then there's the made in Canada version of the upper echelon, the highest quality. That's what the players actually use on the ice. The made in Canada, they're made out of Quebec, whereas this Adidas is made in Indonesia.
This one.
This Adidas made in Indonesia, and this Fanatics, whatever you see behind us here hanging up is made from Indonesia. And some of the Reebok ones back here as well are made from Indonesia, and then the CCM ones, I believe, are made in Canada, but we're going back 15 plus years or so.
Not really relevant for this.
Yeah, not really relevant.
I do have one made in Canada Reebok one, but
there you go.
So if we wanted to look at that at some point, because I think we had some notes here about Reebok jerseys and
it's a good segue. That's what I was going to talk about next. So we have to even take a step back further to understand where we've come from, and that's Reebok. So Reebok had the previous license with the NHL where they made the on-ice version of the jersey. They made the, I guess, authentic retail version, whatever the name for that, official name for that is.
I don't actually remember what it is off the top of my head, but
essentially
there's a difference.
It's in the same class as what the Adidas retail version would be. And then they made the premier replica jersey, which would kind of be in the same class as what the Fanatics jersey is. Now the difference between the premier Reebok and the like authentic Reebok. There's differences, but they're not that drastic. Not as drastic as this.
Yeah.
So I think the replica did not have a fight strap. The authentic one did. I think the logos were maybe a little bit different, maybe a couple of materials, but generally they're pretty close. Where this and this, very, very different. And I think that's the main issue that people have with Fanatics jerseys these days. Now, I've reviewed Fanatics jerseys on my channel compared to Adidas. So have you.
I believe I have.
And let's just give our very loose opinion of Fanatics jerseys compared to Adidas, in case anyone's not seen those videos.
They're fine. They're a decent product, but not for the price, to sum it up.
That's the best way to sum it up. That's, you know, just a simple one-sentence go-to. It's a fine jersey. It's comfortable. It's, you know, it's, you could wear this to some pond hockey. You could wear it on the couch watching TV. You could wear it to a game.
Wear it out to the bar.
Wherever you want. You know, literally wear it wherever you want, and it would be a very comfortable jersey. Both of us own Fanatics jerseys, as you can obviously see behind us. Both of us have worn Fanatics jerseys. This one is even a little bit stained.
Yep.
I think you may have worn this to some events or some hockey maybe.
Probably some chicken wings.
Some chicken wing sauce, yeah. And I think that's what maybe the average fan is probably looking for, a jersey that you can wear out and stuff. And that's really what Fanatics is.
So
and
I got this one for $50.
yeah, $50.
And that's why it's got some stains. I don't have no problem wearing this out because it was not a steep investment. This one was a lot more money. That was a mistake I made, but yeah, for $50, I'm willing to, you know, take it out and kind of beat the crap out of it a little bit and put it through its paces. Whereas a jersey that I spend $200 on plus with, you know, a name and number on there, I'm a little less inclined to take that out and, you know, tour the town.
Yeah, you don't want to. It's more of an investment.
Yeah.
You got more money in there and stuff. And if we go back to Reebok, the prices weren't as significant as they are right now. But $149 for that jersey,
Not worth it.
It's not worth it. And that's really what it comes down to. There's a clear material and quality difference between the two. If you don't think there is, you're biased. And either you don't know or you're biased, one of the two. You're not being objective. Because objectively, they aren't even close. The logo specifically, comparison, is the worst part. This, I'm not going to bend it too much on you, but you can tell just from even just a little bit of a grab, you could see that bending a little bit. That's not going to happen on the Adidas logo over there. And it's the same for this one. Some of the materials are okay. Like in here, that's actually not too bad. This in here is not good at all. I have two Fanatics jerseys at home. Both were sent to me, gifted to me. Very appreciative of those. But both came in the mail bent. There's a big crease in both of the logos that I have. And I've done everything I can to get those creases out of there. And that was one of the big selling points with Fanatics when they came out, that you'd be easily to fold up and take on the go, or roll up and stuff, and they're just simply not.
Yeah.
It's very low quality logos, and it's very frustrating. So we're building up the impression, the current impression of Fanatics, which is why the majority of people are very, very upset. Because when they hear, oh man, Fanatics just got the contract for the NHL for the next 10 years, which means we get replica jersey Fanatics, which means we get authentic jersey Fanatics, and on-ice jersey Fanatics come 2026, 27, we'll talk about that a little bit later, we're a little bit scared. Because we see this. And this is the only judgment we have. This is the only thing we have to go on. So you have hope that it's going to be better than this. I have hope that it's going to be better than this. But there's no prototype available. Nothing was released.
And I think that was a mistake. They should have had a prototype ready to go and ready to, show off when they made that announcement. And if they didn't have one ready to go, hold off on the announcement until you have something to put the fans' minds at ease. Because at the end of the day, yes, they're just hockey jerseys, but for whatever reason, we love them and we're collecting them, and we want to know where our money's going, kind of thing, and what we're getting with our money.
Exactly. And they did make the announcement that the Made in Canada production line in Quebec will remain. So any Adidas jersey that you see on ice is going to be the exact same as you see right now up until 2025, 26. And then I believe in 26, 27, they're going to switch over to, could be the same factory, but they're going to introduce their impression or their influence on what they want to do with jerseys, materials, lighter materials. They want to have materials that are cut resistant, more cut resistant, lighter materials and stuff. That's all great and everything, but that's a long time away, and it's also on ice. And while that would be amazing to collect on ice Made in Canada jerseys,
Wow,
I'm not
more money.
rich. You're not rich. You might see a lot of jerseys behind us here, but much like Kale, I try to find the best deal online, and that's another thing. So 149, 199. How many of these Adidas jerseys did you pay full price for, do you think, percentage-wise?
20,
Yeah, I think my collection is probably about the same.
and mostly that was because of the reverse retros.
Yes.
That took a big chunk out of my discounting, and even some of those I was able to get on sale. But
Yep.
yeah, I try not to. I mean, why spend full price when you cannot?
Exactly. And if you go to Sport Check or Pro Hockey Life, that's 149. This jersey right here you can find online. We looked this morning. I think it was 119, or maybe.
I bought this at Winners a couple of weeks ago. Winners is a Canadian store here, and it was $60.
There you go. That's a big part of it. You can always find a good deal. You just have to do a little bit of due diligence, search some sites and stuff. There's lots of resources out there that show you some of the sites. And you can find this jersey, which is, I would say, probably 4 times the quality, for cheaper than that jersey. You just got to look. And I see a lot of people defending Fanatics quality, and they say that they only collect Fanatics jerseys, and they're fine with them. So why is everyone complaining? Well, if you only collected Fanatics jerseys and you've never held an Adidas jersey in your hand, you've never seen one, you've never compared the actual quality, of course you're going to be a little bit biased towards Fanatics because that's all you know. But if you don't know, here's where we're trying to help you. Look for the deals for Adidas while you can still get them, potentially. You can still find some really good deals on Fanatics jerseys.
Yeah.
$50 for this. We were talking earlier off camera. If all Fanatics jerseys were $50, we'd have a bunch of them in our collection. It has nothing to do with us hating on Fanatics or not wanting Fanatics jerseys.
Yeah.
It's the price. It's not worth $149.
Nope, 100%. I appreciate that the logos are stitched on. They were not like that on the Reebok Premier jerseys, which is, a nice little touch. There's no Adidas logo on the back. Obviously, it doesn't have the fancy little chrome logo, but for $50, I'm willing to overlook all that.
Absolutely,
it is a comfortable jersey to wear. I can't say anything bad about actually wearing it. The whole dealing with Fanatics thing in itself, customer service, and actually dealing with that company, that's a whole other story. But
yeah, exactly. And we'll transition a little bit here in a couple of minutes to talk about maybe our thoughts of what's to come. But just to take a step outside of jerseys just for a second, Fanatics does make other NHL licensed merchandise. You can see hats, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, sweaters, shorts. I've seen Fanatics NHL shorts,
a whole bunch of stuff.
socks, literally everything they make. And some of it's really good. Some of their hats are a little bit boring in design and stuff, but the quality of their hats are excellent compared to the Fanatics jersey. And it might not be a high quality Mitchell & Ness hat or anything like that, but they're still, they're decent hats. And that's another frustrating part, because if you can create a hat that's pretty decent quality, or a shirt or a sweater or whatever, why can't you do a jersey right? Now, not every shirt, not every sweater is amazing, and I've seen some pictures on there of logos fading and stuff. But then there's quality control.
Yes, that's the biggest issue.
And that's the biggest issue. Maybe not the biggest issue, but that is, other than price, I think the second biggest issue that people have with Fanatics: wrong logos on jerseys, upside down name bars, the wrong number on the arm, or a different number on the arm, and a different number on the back for the same player.
Yeah.
It's not just on jerseys; it's on T-shirts as well. There was a New York Rangers branded shirt, but it said New York and it said the Islanders on there. And there's just the quality control, the customer service has been an issue as well. So everyone is saying, slam on your brakes, just give them a chance. We can only judge on what we know.
They haven't earned our trust.
Yeah.
They haven't earned anyone's, money, I don't think.
They have a long way to go.
Yeah.
They've made a lot of, I would say, they've not made any major mistakes. They've just made a lot of little mistakes, I think. And cumulatively, I can't say that word, it's led to a lot of frustration from a lot of fans. So to me, this is it's a worst case scenario. I still think they're going to do a good job, just a loose prediction, because they have to.
Yeah.
On these ones, whenever they eventually do them, they have to. But it's still worst case scenario for me, because I would have liked to see CCM, Under Armour, New Era, Nike. Like there's just
Bauer was the one that I
Bauer.
was really hoping for.
just something else with a little bit of flavor. And now they have a monopoly. Fanatics has a monopoly on basically everything NHL.
Not even NHL, just almost every sport, almost.
Yeah, and not
crazy.
only the product, but the retail online space. They have the NHL shop. They've got lids. They've got the actual Fanatics store. They've got what's the other one?
There's a bunch of them that we were literally just looking at today.
Yeah, it's the same stock on every site, but the company's different, the site's different, but it's the same product, the same inventory. That's great, but we don't need a monopoly. We need a competitive retail space for the consumer, for us, because we like to collect jerseys, and we don't always want to buy from Fanatics.
And I try to avoid buying from them.
We try to avoid buying it from Fanatics.
Out of the, I guess, probably over 300 jerseys now, I have bought from them 3, maybe 4 times. And one of them was a not great experience.
Yep. The jersey that was purchased, the Fanatics jersey that was purchased and sent to me, it was purchased from the store. It was like a gift from the store, and then Fanatics shipped it to me.
Yeah.
So the crease in the logo didn't come from the person who got it and then shipped it back to
you.
me. It came from from the Fanatics store. From their store, they creased the logo, or they folded on the logo.
I don't know if that's just like a lazy employee who doesn't care and is just shoving things in a bag trying to get it out as quick as possible.
It could be.
Or just how they get stored and wherever they keep them. But that shouldn't have happened, even if they were folded. They were supposed to be able to be folded, and that was kind of one of the selling points, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, like that's a reason why everyone was like we talked earlier, I guess the other day, when it was announced that Fanatics was going to do some of the for the replica jerseys. You know, you were kind of excited. You were looking forward to it. You looked at the pictures on the site. Everything looked good. You looked at all the fancy marketing terms of foldable and, it's durable and all this stuff. And
yeah, well,
it's just not.
I was really excited when in 2017 when these were kind of, proposed and launched, and then I saw the price, and I not happy with that. But
yeah, and regardless of quality, there's also the color issue. And I took a photo the other day in Pro Hockey Life, and I put it on Twitter. And it was of the Calgary Flames alternate Blasty jersey. And the color was not even close.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close. And not a lot of people, I would say 15 to 20% of people will say, commented and said, the angle of the Fanatics jersey is just a little bit off. It's darker because of the lighting, because of the angle that you have it at. And I replied and I said, it's not. I looked at it from multiple different angles. I just happened to take the picture there. I didn't even notice the angle because it was insignificant. Because it looked the same from any angle.
To me, but
And people didn't believe me. So we went back to the store.
next day.
The next day, went back, got the jerseys, made sure that they were flat on, took another photo, took a video. I'll put that up on the screen for you. And we went around the entire store to see what Adidas jersey and what Fanatics jersey from other teams we could put side by side to compare the logos. Are the colors accurate? The logo sizes and all that stuff. And I think we did Edmonton, Toronto, Montreal, Pittsburgh, Vegas. I think that might be it. But I'll throw those up on the screen as well.
And then we can obviously see these ones here behind us.
The Calgary one and the LA one behind us. I will say that the Montreal one was terrible. The Toronto one was not good. The Edmonton one was bad. The Blasty one was obviously bad. The Pittsburgh one was bad. But the Vegas one wasn't too bad.
Surprisingly, I think these ones and then the Vegas ones, all the ones we've compared, have been actually somewhat decent.
Yeah, exactly. And that's we're not just hating on Fanatics. We're trying to be objective. We're showing as much proof and as much information. We're just trying to get in front of everyone's faces as possible. Look at this, make an opinion for yourself. We're not telling you how to feel. Just because we don't like Fanatics jerseys more than Adidas jerseys doesn't mean that you have to feel that way. You can like Fanatics jerseys more than Adidas jerseys.
Yeah.
Kale and I have very different opinions on jerseys.
Yeah, we do.
And I flew across the country to spend 2 weeks with him. So if we can get along with our disagreements in jerseys, I think there's no reason to be rude to one another over this, to be hateful. It's so toxic, so toxic. But anyway,
one thing I'm going to be very curious to see with Fanatics is I have a feeling one of these are going to be gone. I don't know if we're going to get both of those options, and that's what I'm concerned about? Are they just going to have this and just put the Fanatics logo on the back, and then they'll eliminate this, or are we going to keep getting both styles?
I think this contract was a 16-year contract for replicas. So I think this contractually has to stay.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
See,
that might go.
That's what I'm worried about. If
Yeah.
this goes, I'm probably not going to be buying many more jerseys.
Same. And if this stays, and that jumps from 149 to 199, because that's the only retail option, no thank you.
Yeah.
My jersey collecting days will be over. It'll be a second-hand market for me where I'm on eBay looking for old Adidas jerseys or Reebok jerseys or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. That's the problem with all of this. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know what this new version is going to be, if it's even going to happen. We don't know if Fanatics is going to take over the production plant in Indonesia and continue to produce exactly what Adidas has done there. Exactly. But just put their logo on it, like they are with the Made in Canada ones. We have no idea because they didn't tell us.
And that's one of the biggest problems the NHL has is, they'll announce stuff and we don't get any actual, facts or evidence or letting us know what things are going to be like. They just say, here's what's happening, but we're not going to give you any information.
They just gave us information about the Made in Canada on ice version of the jersey, which 99% of the retail consumer, like us, we don't care. I don't care what the players wear on the ice.
Well, I do, but I just simply can't afford what they wear on the ice.
That's a little bit different.
Yes.
But the people who actually purchase auctioned off Made in Canada jerseys or whatever from the team store,
Yeah, this ain't going to affect them much.
it's less than 1%. They're not going to care either.
Yeah, they don't like these anyway.
Yeah,
regardless of what they are.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's probably the frustrating part because they didn't mention what's going to happen to this. They didn't mention what's going to happen to this. Is this going to change? Is this going to get better? Awesome, if it does, but we don't know. And yeah, you have hope. Yes, I have hope that they'll do an okay job because I think they have to. If they don't, it's going to be an absolute disaster for Fanatics in the NHL.
Yeah, for 10 years.
For 10 years.
It's kind of weird to think that they will, if they go through the full 10 years, they will be doing that longer than Adidas did.
Yeah, that's true. That's a lot of Fanatics for a lot of years.
The Reebok Edge system was 10 years, 2007 to 2017.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So I thought for sure Adidas was going to get 10 years out of it too.
It's kind of a shame. It's disappointing. I think Adidas jerseys, although they fit a little bit different than Reebok jerseys, and I know a lot of people like Reebok more than Adidas and stuff. I think they've nailed a lot of the designs, and the quality has been fantastic on the logos.
Quality control is sometimes suspect with Adidas as well.
Yeah, this is not just Fanatics. Adidas has their issues as well with quality control. The logos have been bubbling on some of the new reverse retros.
And very inconsistent sizing.
Yep.
I mean, Adidas has definitely not been perfect by any standard. Like they're I would say pretty far from it, but they're miles ahead of where Fanatics is, I think.
Yeah, exactly. We're just as critical about Adidas as we are Fanatics. Just a month and a half ago on the channel, I made a video complaining about the sizing, the inconsistent sizing of Adidas, and I laid jerseys down on the floor. I measured things, brand new prime green reverse retro jerseys, the exact same size. Well, they weren't. They were completely different.
Well, that jersey, I'm not going to let you know a secret. That's my jersey he's wearing.
Yes. It is.
That is my best fitting Adidas jersey. If I wear my Avalanche home jersey, it fits awful. It literally fits like a dress. It flares out. It's kind of got a little bit baggy arms. Exact same size according to the tags in the back, but very inconsistent, and it's frustrating. So that's kind of one of the reasons I'm looking forward to seeing what else comes with the whole jersey changeover.
Yeah.
Regardless of who was taking it over. I loved a lot of the designs and styles that they brought back, but I am really kind of excited to see what the future holds. Fanatics definitely wasn't my first choice, though.
Yeah, well, no, obviously we're complaining a little bit about Fanatics, and most of it's because we don't know what's coming, but we're actually cheering for Fanatics. We want Fanatics to do good.
Yeah.
So it's not like, yeah, we're a little bit scared, but we genuinely want Fanatics to succeed. That's the only option.
We just wish we were given more info with this announcement.
Yeah, don't leave us in the dark, basically. If there are plans in place, even loose plans in place, tell us.
Yeah.
And say they're loose plans, so we don't have everything nailed down. We don't have all the contractual agreements in place to produce whatever jerseys from a retail perspective.
Or
But at
wait.
least, or tell us. Or
Wait until
yeah.
you have stuff ready to show people, and you know, all the information that your action plan, essentially what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, they announced at like 6 a.m. Eastern or something
Yeah.
on a random day.
Like,
we don't need
we're
to
a
know
few
that
years
information.
away
Yeah.
until Adidas stops, so there's no rush to necessarily announce who is going to do it. If you take your time, take another year or whatever. We don't need this announcement now. It does nothing for us except it gives us something to talk about, but
That's basically it.
it's
It
just
causes
pure
more panic than anything.
Absolutely.
So, we have 1 year left of Adidas doing what Adidas does, and that's producing jerseys for the NHL on an on-ice level and on an off-ice level over here from a retail standpoint. So if you are scared of Fanatics or what Fanatics will do after that, I would highly suggest that you dig into your pockets a little bit and ensure you get all the jerseys that you want from whatever teams you want this year, as the year's almost over, but this summer and throughout next year, because after that, it's a little scary. Now, they may make an announcement in a week from now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm filming this on a Thursday. You're probably not going to see this until like a Monday or Tuesday. I've got to fly home and the weekend and stuff. So they might make an announcement by the time I get home. I have no idea, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah,
I guess
absolutely.
That's the only option for us right now.
Yeah, Fanatics, they need to earn our trust, essentially. Not just us, but like jersey collectors in general here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they haven't done anything to do that, I don't think.
No, not really.
Since they came in 2017 with these.
It's just been disappointment for the most part. So, yeah. Anything left to say on this kind of recap?
Don't buy too many jerseys because I need them. So I need to try to get a couple that more before Adidas goes away. So
yeah, I was just telling Kale this morning that last night I went to go buy another reverse retro jersey, the Detroit one, and y'all bought too many. It's not in stock anymore, so I couldn't get it. So it's good to see lots of people out there collecting jerseys. And if you're going to leave a comment, which I hope you do, leave your opinion. I just ask that you do it very respectfully and not to be rude towards, not be rude or hateful towards anyone else in the comments or us in the video and stuff. If you can leave your comment and be as level-headed and less emotional as possible, that would be great. Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're just jerseys. Like
it's just jerseys. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right, leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. Kale, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. You at home, if you like jerseys, make sure you go to his channel and check it out. He's got all kinds of jersey videos and collection videos and other stuff as well. So make sure you go hit the subscribe button. Hope you guys are having a great day. We'll talk to you very soon. Adios.